These are 2,000-word essays, complete with quotations and references, ready to be handed in at a college or university for marking. It's estimated that it would take a student a full week of work and research to write one of these, or it could be bought for a couple of £100, handed in as original work, and someone could fake their way to a qualification. Those cheats could be getting jobs they just don't deserve. This is what taking a degree is supposed to look like. Hours of dedicated study, afternoons spent in the university library. But now there's a booming industry of websites where, instead of students writing their own essays, they can buy them. At Birmingham City University, computing lecturers Thomas Lancaster and Bob Clark have for years been researching the growth of a phenomenon they call contract cheating.
Contract cheating is where a student uses a third party to produce original work for them. And one of the main ways they do that are by using online companies called essay mills.
To show us the scale of the problem, Thomas is logging on.
Here I am in Google. I've just typed in essay help, and this whole first page is just filled with adverts for essay writing companies.
These so-called essay mills sell bespoke, made-to-order essays on any subject, written by their own researchers.
So if I click through to one of these services, and there are all kinds of different types of work that can be delivered here, everything from essays to coursework, even up to a full research proposal or dissertation. You could even get this done with a 3-hour service, perfect if you've left your work to the last minute.
The websites say their essays are meant to help students with their research. They also promise strict confidentiality. And Thomas says their real purpose is obvious. They're providing students with fake coursework, which they'll hand in as if it's their own work. Many students have been caught doing it, and Thomas believes many more are going undetected.
Getting someone else to write your essay for you dates back to the 50s and 60s when there used to be adverts in the back of newspapers. But it's really ballooned with the growth of the internet. The ease with which students can cheat is amazing.
So how easy do essay mills make it for students to fake their coursework? To find out, we're joining one of Thomas's computer science classes, and they've been set an essay to write.
It's an assignment where students have to write a review of academic literature, so it's quite challenging. It involves a lot of reading, putting together information, synthesizing it, identifying and critiquing themes. We'd expect students to put in about 45 hours of effort to get a good mark in that assignment.
Alongside the real students, this assignment's also going to be completed by our researcher. As she doesn't know anything at all about computing, she's unlikely to get a very good mark. At least, not without the help of one of the UK's largest essay mill sites, UK Essays.
Hi, I've got an essay I need to write by next week, and I wondered if this is something you could help with.
Okay. What kind of subject area is it in?
It's computer science.
UK Essays says it can provide us with a completely original, bespoke assignment in less than a day. But as we're in no hurry, we opt for a week-long turnaround.
Were you looking for a 2-2, a 2-1, or a first?
A 2-1.
Okay, that'll be £275.
So a 2,000-word essay for £275 within a week. In fact, it arrives in just 3 days, and we give it to Thomas Lancaster to mark.
It certainly meets the style and format we'd expect from review from one of our students. The references are all up to date, so there are sources from 2015, and the themes are well reviewed. An excellent writing style. The conclusion is a little bit short and limited, so there's more work that could have been done on that section.
And the verdict?
I'd see this as a mark of 65%, which is a 2-1.
Just as UK Essays had promised. What's more, Thomas says there's no way he'd be able to tell the coursework was fake.
There's nothing stands out as being wrong with this essay. It's well written, it matches what we asked for in the assignment brief, and it's written in UK English. So there's nothing that stands out to me that says this has been written by a third party.
The rest of the class has also completed the essay, only in their case using hard graft. So what do they make of our fake coursework and the website that provided it?
I put about 100 hours into the essay, so the fact that someone could just go out there and buy it really disgusts me.
It's not fair on the students that actually put the effort in. What's the point in being at a university if you're not actually going to apply yourself and earn your degree?
I think I got around about 65%, and the fact that people can go online and buy these essays It's kind of disgraceful because it devalues my degree.
A sentiment echoed by the teachers.
Students are getting an award which they're not entitled to. They haven't done their own work, they haven't gone through all the hard sweat and slog needed to get a university degree, and students are then applying for jobs which they have no business applying for. Let's imagine you're treated by a nurse who's cheated their way through their degree course. What if they prescribe you the wrong amount of medication?
So how do these essay mill sites get away with it? The answer is that they say the essays they sell are never meant to be handed in. They're model answers designed to help students with their research. Daniel Dennehy is the customer care manager at UK Essays, the company from which we bought our essay.
We're not helping students cheat, no. We're here as a learning guide, a learning tool to help students get the very best out of university. We can do the research for them, but they still need to read it, understand it, and still produce their own work from that. Ours is only a guide, a model answer. We're just putting a number of thoughts across on one particular essay.
But that's a claim Thomas Lancaster describes as ludicrous.
Not many students are going to go out there and pay for work and then do nothing else with it, because universities provide plenty of model essays and support already.
And there's another question. What exactly are UK Essays doing to stop students from using their essays as their own fake coursework?
We can't guarantee that they won't hand the work in. From speaking to the customers over the last 8 years, I know for a fact that a majority of our customers do use the work correctly. But if one of our agents on the phone fully understands when they're talking to the customer and they say to us, I'm going to hand the work in, then as a company, we won't help them.
But many essay mill companies simply turn a blind eye to cheating. Our imaginary student contacted 10 of them to find out what they'd say if she made it perfectly clear she planned to hand in their essay as her own.
Will I need to do some more work on the essay, or will it be ready to hand in?
Only 3 companies, one of them UK Essays, told us we couldn't do this.
You do need to make sure you use the work in accordance with our fair use policy, which is to use it as a perfect example, learn from it, and then write it in your own words.
3 said they didn't recommend that we hand the work in, but made it clear they wouldn't stop us.
We say you need to rewrite it, but it will be sent in a format that could be submitted. We don't recommend that, obviously.
But can I still order it from you?
Yes.
And 4 of the companies said we could hand the work in.
Once the paper is completed, you may download, check it, and if you're satisfied, you can submit it.
No one knows just how many students are faking their coursework, but it's clear the problem is rife. Hearing that essay writing services were being openly advertised outside university buildings in London, we sent our researcher to take a look. And sure enough, flyer after flyer posted by writers offering coursework for cash. Back at Birmingham City University, lecturers Thomas Lancaster and Bob Clark have taken matters into their own hands, gathering as much evidence as they can about the scale of the epidemic. Bob even spends hours monitoring websites looking for any clues to identify students that are cheating. And in 5 years, he's personally reported 1,000 students across the world to their universities. For students contemplating handing in a piece of fake coursework, he has one simple piece of advice.
Don't do it. You're only cheating yourself and you're cheating your friends.